What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about MicroStrategy, Bitcoin, and other basically Bitcoin exposed companies and what's happening right now. Before I get into that, I update the spreadsheet, the first 26 coins that I spoke about on the channel. Had you invested $100 into each of these when I release videos about them and you were still holding all of them, you'd be in profit for about 8.5 grand. Bear in mind, this at one point was above 100k in terms of a spreadsheet. Like, profit taking is key because a bear cycle, you can see what happens. But one thing I've been banging on about, and I started speaking about this in bloody December, is look, a bear cycle and recession was coming. Recession had to come. Stocks were overpriced. The state of the cost of living is an embarrassment. Cost of electric, cost of gas, cost of fuel. So build your list of coins you're excited about. If you've been doing that, keep reevaluating it, keep checking it. If you're still bullish and long term on these cryptos, you've probably got some gems. I've been doing that for a few years. If you want to see the coins that I'm buying up during the bear cycle, like the couple I bought yesterday, then you can come check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share every coin I buy and every coin I sell. And the coins that I'm buying right now, the coins I think can 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100x. So if you want to know what they are, you just have to click the link in the description and check it out. Right. Yeah, stocks exposed to Bitcoin were always going to tank. This is not like a piece of news where you go, "Oh my God, this is bad." No, of course, their holdings, their assets are in something that's dropping in price, so they were going to have a sell-off. So as Bitcoin drew well below 24k, it's at about 22.5 right now. MicroStrategy fell about 26, nearly 27% on Monday's pre-market, to a 20-month low of $149. It did recover a little bit. Coinbase also fell heavily by about 21.5% before climbing back up. Marathon Digital tumbled about 19%. We saw Block Inc. Riot Blockchain and Bit Digital also dropped by around 15% each. Block Inc. also dropped around 7.5%, and we also saw Robinhood and PayPal drop 7.6% and nearly 6%, respectively. Now, obviously, MicroStrategy has been making headlines for going after Bitcoin for accumulation for so long. Their average purchasing price is about 30,700 over the past 2 years. The firm actually faces a margin call on a $205 million Bitcoin-backed loan with Silvergate Bank that was taken in March to buy more crypto. That's according to the CFO, Fong Li, who came up with the figures during the company's first quarter earnings call. As far as where Bitcoin needs to fall, we took out the loan at 25% loan to value. The margin call occurs at 50% loan to value. So essentially, Bitcoin needs to cut in half, or around 21,000, before we'd have a margin call. So should the price of Bitcoin drop till 21,000, MicroStrategy may be ultimately forced to sell some of the Bitcoin it keeps on its balance sheet, in spite of Michael Saylor obviously saying that he'll never sell any crypto. As you can see, we mentioned previously, we have quite a bit of uncollateralized Bitcoin. So we have more that we could contribute in case that we have a lot of downward volatility. And MicroStrategy added another 215 million worth of Bitcoin at an average purchasing price of 44,000 in Q1. So bringing its total holdings to 129,218 Bitcoin, acquired for 3.97 billion, or slightly above 3 billion in current prices. So pretty tentative for MicroStrategy right now, only in terms of, they're going to have to contribute, because I don't believe, well, if we take Michael Saylor at his word, which, to be fair, he's always been a man of his word so far, so that's all you can do. He said he'll never sell his Bitcoin. So if he's never selling his Bitcoin, then he needs to contribute. Then MicroStrategy themselves will have today or yesterday contributed a ton more money in terms of to ensure that there was no margin call required, because Bitcoin did drop below 21,000 this morning, dropped to 20,846 on Binance, I believe, or on Bitstamp, I can't remember which. But the fact that it dropped below 21,000, it means MicroStrategy have had to contribute, or almost certainly contributed when it was around 22,000, when they could see the drop coming. And it's worth keeping an eye on what MicroStrategy's wallet is in fact doing, because a move, if they were to sell off any Bitcoin, I do think that would have some negative repercussions for the overall market. So what we can do is take a look at the biggest wallets. So as we can see, a couple of them are Binance Cold wallets. There's one here with 128,099 Bitcoin. They've made moves as recently as 5 days ago. It's 5 days ago. So we'll open that up and have a look. We've also got a Binance Reserve wallet. Binance, goddamn, they have a lot. In fact, last in, so they actually bought some more today. So this wallet is continuing to accumulate, for the love of God. So first out, last out. Okay, so they've actually been buying more up. And this is what we see with the whale accumulations. So whilst verify I'm not a bot, bloody hell. So this is something to bear in mind, guys. Like, look, MicroStrategy, because there are a lot of rumors that have circulated that MicroStrategy did in fact sell off some of their Bitcoin. A lot of that was going around in April. I don't think there's any verifiable proof, but you know, if they were, it doesn't look great. Oh my God, I'm human. Tell them I'm human. Oh Christ, I hate these bloody sites. Captures just wind me up, guys. Really wind me up. Okay, so try again. Bloody hell. Okay, so as an example, this is the third biggest Bitcoin wallet that actually is a wallet, as opposed to like a cold storage that Binance use. So when we take a look, this wallet sold or removed 500 Bitcoin. That profit was around, and they removed the balance. Oh God, yeah. Okay, so in the past few days, they've removed on the 9th, so 5 days ago. So that was Friday. They removed 500, so they probably sold 500 Bitcoin for around 15 million. They've roughly bought that all back. Well, they bought 425 Bitcoin back for 9.5 million. So they've actually hugely profited there. Because if we look on the 9th, the price was around, around 30k still. So made a decent profit, to be fair to them. So this wallet is consistently making moves. I mean, if you actually look at the daily sort of move, there are moves every month in terms of accumulating more or selling more. Often they're selling prior to a crash as well, which is interesting. 1,500 sold for like $57 million, and then literally 4 days later bought back 1,000 for 38 million. So if you bought another half in, so it didn't really move too much. This one sold 1,500 Bitcoin at 45 million a piece, bought them back, bought 1,200 back at 36 million a piece. So this wallet is constantly active. I don't know if this is MicroStrategy's, to be fair. It might be. It's unlikely. But what we can see whenever we're looking at these rich wallets is the movements. You just have to type in richest Bitcoin wallets and you can get this site. And if you actually look at the last ins, what you'll see is that quite regularly, the biggest holders are some of the most active. You know, this wallet bought up a ton on the 10th. This wallet bought up a ton, or wallet got more today, although it's a cold wallet. You know, we are seeing consistency. Another cold wallet got more. This wallet bought some more yesterday. So even in spite of all this crashing, we are seeing a lot more buying from these whales. And it's worth remembering that in spite of this, the richest of the rich are continuing to buy. So bear it in mind, because fundamentally the thing is, and it's one thing worth mentioning, is like buying a bear cycle, it's actually shit scary for a lot of people, because everyone's looking at it going, it can drop more, it can drop more. Well, yeah, but you don't put all your money in one buy during a bear cycle, because you can't time the bottom, and that's not what it's about. It's trying to go, I'm going to do one big buy at the bottom, because hardly anyone in the world will ever buy the bottom. And it's usually out of luck rather than skill. Unless there's an obvious one, like when the COVID thing happened and Bitcoin dropped to like 3K. Now, what's worth remembering is whatever MicroStrategy decide to do, and they probably will add more collateral to ensure that there's not a margin call, but Bitcoin whales continue to buy. Why are they continuing to buy? Probably because the same reason that anyone's watching this video is that long term they can see that there's money to be made in crypto. And reflecting on those sort of things is worth doing. It's always worth looking at seeing what the biggest funds are doing, what the biggest Ethereum holders doing, what the biggest Bitcoin holders doing, because reminding yourself that these people are buying more should remind you why you're in this space in the first place. And yeah, that's it from me, guys. Anyway, just a quick little video talking about just general things. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. In the comments, let me know, guys. Are you still buying? Do you find it scary buying at the moment? Or are you trying to time the bottom? Or are you like dollar cost averaging in? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're not prepared for your bear cycle, if you don't have the coins that you want to buy clear in your head, you can come see the coins that I'm buying. I bought a couple yesterday. I'm going to continue sort of dollar cost averaging in across this bear cycle. So if you want to see the coins that I think can do the massive gains during the next bull cycle, all you have to do is click the link in the description and check it out, guys. That's it for me. Take it easy. Bye-bye.